The Mounties form Canada's national police force. They fight crime, chase down evildoers, protect the innocent, do all kinds of good deeds, and have a very nice-looking uniform, eh?
Hi, I'm Frank Rico, the travel guy, and welcome to Toronto and Niagara Falls.
Come on now, there's a world out there and it's waiting to be explored. If you're craving an adventure, the travel guy's got what you're looking for. Sights, sounds, street to town, just take a look around. As you dream of paradise, there's advice we must bestow. Don't just pack your bags and hit the road, you gotta know before you go.
Canada is located in North America and is bordered by the Arctic, Atlantic, and Pacific Oceans. To the south, you'll find the United States of America.
When you're in Toronto, you just have to visit the CN Tower. It's the world's tallest tower. It stands about 1,800 feet high, has 3 observation decks, and even a glass floor. Well, I'm going to take a ride up the elevator, check it out myself.
The elevator ride to the top takes less than a minute.
Jack, what a spectacular view up here.
Fabulous. Look at it today. The tower is the world's tallest tower, standing 1,815 feet, 5.5 inches. There's 3 observation galleries here. You're on the indoor observation gallery. There's also an outdoor observation gallery. The outdoor one actually has a glass floor, which is world famous, and you can walk on air if you dare. And then another 33 stories up is Skypod, which is the world's tallest observation gallery. You can see out about 100 miles out that way across the lake. On a clear day, you can see Buffalo and Rochester, our neighbors in the United States. And you can see all of the city. You can see this fantastic view right here of the downtown core with the hotels and the greenery. And over there is the island airport. Fantastic views. I mean, the place is a must-see, must-do. You can't come to Toronto and not do the CN Tower.
If you really want to test your nerve, try walking on the glass floor. It's about 1,100 feet view straight down to the bottom.
If you're uncomfortable with heights, you will get woozy looking down. It looks and feels like the tower sways. But don't worry, the glass floor holds a massive amount of weight.
For a really awesome view of the city of Toronto, take the elevator up to the Skypod level. It's the world's tallest observation deck. You're about 1,400 feet in the air. Awesome.
Talk about panoramic views. I really like taking photos from a different perspective. The outdoor observation deck is open air, and because you're so high up, it gets quite windy and the temperature is dramatically cooler than it is at the base of the tower. Once again, I'm not paying attention to my walking. Oh well.
Not too far from the CN Tower, you're going to come across a true Toronto experience, the St. Lawrence Market. It's been voted as one of the top 10 farmers markets in the world. Well, I'm going to go inside to see what I can scrounge up.
As soon as you walk in, the various smells of savory food grab your attention.
One of the really neat features of this market is all the free food sampling you can get. Just think of this as you're in training towards your real meal. I like that.
Sampling is a good thing. It helps you decide what your main meal will be at the market. Like the huge sandwich I've decided to have.
No thank you.
Parmesan. All right, I picked up my main treat here at the market. One word of caution, around the lunchtime, this place gets crazy. So if you don't mind the crowds, you'll have a great experience. Now, time to tackle my treat.
Man, this was a great choice. A huge and delicious eggplant parmesan with the works.
Excited to go see the falls, and what better way to get really close and appreciate their majesty than from the view of a helicopter. These helicopter rides are designed in a way to give you the most heart-pounding, thrilling view of the falls.
I hopped on board, eagerly anticipating my flight. I was lucky to have Rudy. He was an excellent helicopter pilot. He gave me some commentary and promised me the most amazing view of Niagara Falls.
And you can always see why we probably got more tourism on the Canadian side, because you can see the falls better from the Canadian side. And we reserved all the land along the shoreline of Niagara River to the tourism. Niagara Parks was found in 1885, and we got 56 kilometers of parkway reserved for recreation for the tourists from Fort Erie down to Niagara-on-the-Lake.
After the incredible sky view of the falls, Rudy decided to step it up a notch, swooping down and giving me a very thrilling view of the Niagara River. Unbelievable how close we got to the water. And those hills. As we circled, Rudy pointed out one of Niagara's wettest attractions. It looked so incredibly exciting, I just had to try it after we landed. The Niagara River is home to level 5 rapids. That number didn't mean much to me, except the water was going to be rough. As we approached the rapids, I was told to get ready. Bring it on. Incredible. I was drenched. I mean, really drenched. But once wasn't enough for me, so we went through 3 times. Make sure to remember to hold your breath, because if you don't, you'll have a mouthful of Niagara water to contend with. This was an unbelievable experience.
Niagara Falls is one of the wonders of the world, and as you're sitting next to the crest, you can hear the thunder of the water as it crashes 170 feet down to the bottom. Now, I want to get a closer look, so I'm going to take a boat ride right underneath the falls so I can experience it myself.
Walking alongside the railings, you will get unbelievable views of Niagara Falls. But before you go on the Maid of the Mist, you will be given a raincoat. It will be a very important item to have, as you will see shortly. We first passed the American Falls, which are about 55 meters high, and yet less than 10% of the water flows over its banks. The majority of the water flows over the massive Canadian Horseshoe Falls. If you get to the front of the Maid of the Mist, you will get drenched from head to toe. Wait, you'll see what I mean. Getting under the Horseshoe Falls was invigorating. The loud noise of the water crashing on the rocks, the heavy mist, the excitement, and if you're lucky, you'll pass under a rainbow.
If you want to get even closer to the cascading water of the falls, you've got to check out the Cave of the Winds on the American side of the falls. Not only do you get a great view of the Canadian coastline, but you get to tackle this.
This tour of the falls is all about getting wet. The nice leisurely hike on the boardwalk takes you over the rushing water and leads you right under the cascade. Let me tell you, the water is refreshing and cold.
To do while you're visiting Niagara is to grab a bike, to take in some of the really beautiful scenery along the Niagara Parkway. And what better place to start that than right here at the Botanical Gardens?
There are so many beautiful flower arrangements with gorgeous colors and amazing fragrant aromas. Kind of makes you want to let yourself go and dance around. Okay, so I did, but no one saw me. The Niagara Parkway is a great place for a bike ride with fabulous sights to visit, like the floral clock. It's a large clock where the face is made up of over 16,000 plants. And well, I just had to make a wish and toss a coin into the water. This scenic route is known as the Parkway and follows the Niagara River. It links Niagara Falls to the quaint little town of Niagara-on-the-Lake, nestled in the heart of the region's famous wine country. There are so many areas where you'll want to stop and take in the gorgeous view. The Niagara region is renowned for its superior wines, so I veered off my course to visit the Chateau Winery. I wanted to have a taste of what Canadians refer to as liquid gold, their fabulous ice wine.
Well, Grace, you picked the perfect day to be in Niagara wine country.
Yes, I certainly did. It's gorgeous.
This kind of heat and sunshine this late in the season is perfect for grape harvest. As you can see here, this is Gewürztraminer. It's already been picked. So now we're just waiting on the reds to fully ripen, and then they'll be picked.
I also noticed, too, that there's some grapes on the ground.
Yes.
Now, what happens to those?
Those are grapes that the vine gave us that we thought were too much. So the vine was producing an awful lot of fruit, and we thought that by dropping some of the fruit onto the ground, the vine will then concentrate all its efforts on the remaining bunches, and that improves quality. So the fruit that's left gets tilled under to become compost, like all the weeds and etc. And that's part of our sustainable agricultural practices that we utilize every day.
The grapes for ice wine, as I learned from Michelle, are picked when the temperature hits -10 or -12 degrees. Think of it this way. It's made from cold grapes that warm your palate. Well, just had to snack on some grapes along the way.
Or even simpler than that, you could just take a little ice wine in a glass and sip it like you would a port as a digestif.
You know, Michelle, I really am starting to have a little bit of a craving.
Me too. Want to go try some?
I thought you'd never ask.
Let's go.
Michelle and I sat down to taste her ice wine. What a treat. Now I know why it's called liquid gold. Just look at that color. Back on my bike again, riding along the parkway, I kept seeing amazing scenery and soon came across this quaint little church. It's probably the smallest functioning church in the world. The church is really used for weddings and some ceremonies. As I checked it out, I had a brief thought. Okay, a very brief thought. And on I went.
Fudge. Now here's an idea.
Reg, Frank, how you doing?
Good, thanks. So what are we gonna do today?
We're gonna make 30 pounds of chocolate fudge.
All right.
Okay, we're gonna get started right over there, and you're gonna get the sugar ready.
Oh, I am?
Yep, over there.
All right.
Oh, there we are. Okay.
Is that
perfect.
okay?
Right we're gonna dump it in here.
Just straight in?
Straight in. Yep.
Done?
Done. Okay, now we're gonna add the cream. We gotta put the cream in. Oh. It's over there in the blue bucket. Okay. Looks good. Just right in the middle there. Okay, that's good. Now we got to go back, get some more sugar. Perfect, perfect.
Yes.
Okay, now we're going to add the glucose and corn syrup. Okay, wait a minute. You better let the master do it. Put it in the right way.
Fine.
There's a certain way technique you got to put it in. This is like liquid sugar. See how you twirl that? That's the secret. 3 twirls, then it comes out. there you are.
So what do I do now?
Into the pot.
Yeah. Just dump it straight
Just
in?
dump it straight in.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay, now we're gonna mix it up again just like before. Keep stirring. You look a little tense there, you look too tight, so just relax, calm down, and just nice and gentle. Keep the paddle on the bottom.
Yeah, I think I'm
Just
ready
keep
to
it
go
stirring
get back
there.
at it. I'm ready to get back
Yeah,
at
just
it.
keep your arms nice and loose.
Okay. How's that?
That's getting better, getting better. Okay, we're gonna add the chocolate to it.
Chocolate?
Yes.
Can you eat it?
No, you can't eat this because this is rich chocolate and it's famous for the fudge.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so the chocolate's right behind you in the plastic bag. We're just gonna dump it on the paddle there if it doesn't splash. Stir it slowly.
So how do you know when this is ready?
Okay, we're gonna put the thermometer in,
Okay.
and when it gets to 236 degrees, me and you are gonna pour it on the marble table.
Got it.
Mill the table. Perfect. Doesn't that look good?
Yeah.
Fudge is a Niagara Falls tradition. It's made in so many flavors that you just have to try a piece when you visit. Watching Reg mix our chocolate creation was making me hungry.
Wow, Reg, I thought fudge making was fun.
It is. You get to clean the pot.
Finally, the fudge was cooling and taking shape.
Here's the best part. Boy, that fudge is good.
I love it. Thank you for teaching me how to make fudge.
I'm glad you come to learn how to do it.
Well, I'm gonna go and take this with me, okay?
No problem.
See ya.
Thank you very much.
Pete,
How you doing,
thanks for
Frank?
letting me up here.
Oh, you're very welcome. Glad you made it.
Well, this is an awesome view, but you know, I must admit, these lights look really old.
Oh, they're old, all right. Yeah, they were put up here, and the black casing ones were put up here in 1956. And they were used in London during the Blitz, the Battle of Britain searchlights.
Wow, and how many lights are on the hill here?
We've got 18 up here and 3 down the gorge by the Maid of the Mist, shining up on the left-hand side of the American Falls.
Where's the buttons to turn all these lights on?
Button, want to go take a look at them?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, come on through here.
Ever wonder how the falls get lit up at night?
This is a panel, Frank. You can change these colors there, and we'll set it up.
Like this?
Just wait your turn,
Okay.
and you just keep changing them. Put anything you want on.
So it's not really automatic. You have to change it from
No,
here, right?
they were going to automate it, but they thought with the tourists coming up that they would kind of let the people do it. See anything you did wrong?
Yeah, up here.
You missed there. This one?
Grace was in town, and what better place to meet than at Marineland? But first, I was greeted by Smoochie. I enjoyed playing with him. He liked my frolicking. I wanted to teach him a dance, but he wasn't that interested. He shooed me away. Everyone's a critic, man. I gave Smoochie his treat and thanked him for goofing around with me. And then he thanked me. Whoa! He needed mouthwash, and I'm lucky he didn't use his tongue. After Smoochie, I took a seat to watch the show. The seals were quite the characters, but I think the dolphins captivated the crowd. They were amazing.
I loved meeting the Beluga Whales. They are such cute and graceful creatures. Playing with them is so much fun. It's like they're talking to you. I almost forgot. I need to meet Frank at the killer whale pool. The killer whales are massive and easily recognizable by their black and white markings. These guys are putting on a spectacular show. I can't believe they can jump that high. I also need to mention that they really like to kiss the girls. So now where's Frank?
Oh, Grace! Nice to see you here.
Nice to see you too, Frank.
I can't believe the adventure I've had. I mean, I've gone up one of the world's tallest towers. I've even come to the falls and got just drenched under the water. And I even got to turn the lights up, the falls on and off again and on again and off
Well,
again.
that all sounds really good, Frank. But I got to go over the falls in a helicopter ride. Then I got to go on this crazy whitewater adventure on a jet boat on the Niagara River. Went around the Niagara Parkway in a nice bike ride and finished it all with a sweet glass of ice wine.
Well, you know, Grace, it really pays to
Know before you go.
Hey, Frank, why don't you go over here and check out the killer whale?
Okay, where are they? When landing in Toronto, make sure you take a city-authorized taxi or limousine service. They have fixed rates for all hotels. If you want a cheaper solution, either city transit or shuttle bus. But hey, here's an idea. Check with your hotel. They might even have a pickup service available for you. If you're gonna rent a car in Ontario, a valid driver's license from any country is good for about 3 months from the date of your arrival. But just in case, check with the Canadian Automobile Association to make sure your driver's license is valid. Yeah. Now, if you're really feeling adventurous and you want to see the American Falls, all you have to do is cross the Rainbow Bridge. It's the international border crossing between Canada and the U.S. And don't forget, you really need your passport.